I am back. And I did say that if I did feel like there was a shift, um, that I would come back and try to decipher this energy. So it feels as though there could be someone who could be using affection or um intimacy as a way to uh mm, have a certain type of, I don't even know how to say this. Is it an upper hand? Is it really just about exerting dominance over you, or is it just to fog your brain? I don't know. I think that this is something that they think is supposed to happen. So for different people it could be that someone maybe is, maybe saying I love you too soon, or maybe someone wants to, I said this a couple readings ago. Oh, excuse me. Someone may want to have sex, right? And these are all ways that I think make them feel more comfortable in a relationship, because maybe they are uncomfortable with genuine forms of intimacy. Um and getting to know a person, establishing a real foundation. So, you are, I see you, collective, as being someone to be an example, someone who is kind of like a, a new experience for them. Thankfully, just because this is something that they may be used to, it doesn't mean that your way of life is going to be a deterrent for them. It's just going to be different. For others of you, though, this is where you may start to see a person's true colors, because if you set a boundary, and we've been talking about this, I think this is why we've been talking about this for the last week, where I have been picking up on you setting boundaries. Um, Not even just as a way of protection, but also as a way to kind of like gauge a person's true intentions for you. This is where you're going to see how they really feel. Um, so pay attention, because, and I'm wondering why this is coming out so much. Maybe, maybe this has to do with the end of the year. Maybe this also has to do with Mercury retrograde. I don't know, because that just started yesterday or the day before yesterday. I don't know. Um, so this may also have to do with those contracts that we've been picking up on as well, where you need to be mindful of these new beginnings, because you don't want to sign up for something that you didn't read the fine print on. Okay, that is so crucial, because somebody could be wearing a mask and they're very, very good at almost making themselves look a certain way. So this could be someone who's a shapeshifter of sorts. Okay, you may have, you know what? I would employ some of you to kind of like even try to figure some of this out in the dream state. If you have control over your dreams, or if you're a lucid dreamer of some sort, like, I would advise you try to kind of like look for answers in your dreams. Now, they may not always come out super clear. And, for some of you, that's not your message, just because right now some of you could just be, You could be having dreams that you're not supposed to remember right now because, your dream state is possibly where you are in your sleeping state, rather, is a place where you have been repairing more recently. Okay, so the dream thing may not be for everybody, but I do know for a fact that some of you um could be actively looking for more signs and symbols about who this person truly is because something about them is not genuine or is not 100% clear. They could be genuine, right? But you just need to find out what that means. Um Now I say all of that to say this is somewhat of a warning message because we are coming up on a new season. All right. New seasons mean new contracts, new energy, new people, a new board. And I would hate for a lot of you to go through a similar cycle, or I would hate for you to kind of dismiss the signs that have been there that are showing you that this could possibly be a karmic relationship on the horizon. Okay. And it could be masking itself as something else. Now, there is a small group of you, though, who is willing to kind of risk something in exchange for something. And I'm not knocking you for that. So, what does that mean? What does that mean when I say risk something for in exchange of something else? Maybe Maybe this is what I'm seeing. This may not resonate for everybody, so just take what resonates and leave the rest. Some of you could be down for being in a relationship of a certain kind, right? If it means that there is a certain if you gain something from it, okay? So that might mean maybe you have decided to accept someone's proposal for marriage, right? Um, it doesn't have to be this serious, but this is what I am seeing as a scenario. Someone has agreed to marry someone for the sake of comfort because there comes with this marriage a certain level of resources, and in exchange, like, you are obviously giving yourself away to this person, and that may be cool for you. um in the same scenario, I'm also seeing there, like, being some other strict, like, things put in place. Like, maybe you have agreed to be married, but you don't want to have children, or I don't even know why I keep picking up on people who don't want to have kids for real, or people who do have kids that are trying to be with, like, the divine collective. Like, I don't know what that shit is about. And again, I'm not knocking people. Child, I don't want to even make it. I think I want to make a specific video on that, on, like, active, like, not being with someone who has a child if you do not have a child. Okay. But there's something about that. Just know that everything that has a contract in the 3D, there is some other contract going on in the 5D and above that you just need to be aware of. So it's like, if you decide to marry somebody who may be affluent, and you know that, okay, I'm going to be living a very comfortable life, like, all my needs are going to be met, this is a provider, whatever, just also be mindful of, like, what the drawbacks could be of that. I don't know why you need to know that. You know why you need to know that. Okay. And that's all that matters. Um, but back to the basic collective message, because everybody's story is not about getting married. For the other people, um, you you have got to pay attention to people when they speak. That's like the main thing. People will let you know if they are truly, truly for you or not by how they speak to you. And do not let even the slightest little bit of disrespect slide. When someone talks to you and they refer to you as, even in a joking way, as something outside of your name, you need to understand what that means. And you need to have a response that lets that person know that you aren't going to accept that type of behavior, because that is something that, if it's not checked, can snowball into something else. All right. Um, a lot of you are taking your journey a lot more seriously. So that means that you are not allowing just any and everybody in. And good for you on that. You're being very thorough with either the questions you're asking, or just like the interactions are more intentional. Like, you are more intentional about the interactions that you're having with people. And it's just because you understand that at any given point, a person can completely throw off all the work that you have built. One decision with another person can change the trajectory of your path. So just be mindful of that, and don't allow the things that feel or sound good to you to sway you away or off of your path. Do not allow a person trying to present themselves in a certain way, or to be a certain, to be affectionate, or to weaponize affection in a way that makes you feel like you should submit to them, or make you feel like you should be offering yourselves up in a different way than you would have originally done. Okay. Um, and again, it's something going on with somebody with a child. I don't know. Maybe you have a child. Yeah, maybe you do. I don't know. But it feels more so that it's not you. It's like another person who has a child, and they could be trying to like test like how you are, or like test what you what you'll go for, and trying to like speed up a process that should have a natural progression. So that could be the relationship between you and them, trying to speed that up in a certain way to make you feel like, oh, this is like some type of world written love. And oh my God, like I never would have thought, like it's almost like they're trying to make you feel like you have taken them out of their comfort zone. Like something about you is so different. Oh my God, I've never done this with a person. Oh, I've never said the love L word. I've never said I love you to a person this soon. Or oh my God, um I never felt this certain sense of urgency to do X, Y, and Z. Something about that is some bullshit. I don't know what this specific scenario is, but it's a lot of different scenarios going on, which tells me it's a lot of trickery. Okay, so it's like a lot of trickery going on, and it's meant to fool you so you get trapped up into something, and then you're kind of left feeling like, oh my God, what the fuck did I do? Like, it's meant to make you feel like somebody is presenting you with some amazing offer, and then it ends up being like a bag full of shit. Like, I don't know what type of magician this person is, but it gives bait and switch. It gives haha, like I don't know. It's almost like they want to trick you so fucking bad, and like, but in the like in a nice way. It's like they want to trick you in a nice way. Like, may have you thinking that certain things are set up a certain way for you, but it's like you don't know all the details. Also, this person could be involved with something like business wise that isn't exactly what it seems. And maybe that also has to do with the whole like fake affluence. I don't know if this person really is like a King of Pentacles for real. Like if this person really does have the resources. I mean, it's like they do, but they don't. It's like I'm seeing it. There's something here tangible that I am seeing, but it's not what you think it is. So it's almost like, okay, another example could be like, not saying that this is the example that you'll have, but it's more like this person is kind of like, you know, when you buy a used car and you get it from somewhere that maybe is not like super reputable, or maybe they're presenting themselves as like, oh, we have all the best used cars or whatever, but something about like the paperwork is not right. So it could be like some type of lemon. So it looks like a nice car, but it's like something about it, like maybe the parts aren't right, or like the I don't know why I'm picking up on that. I'm not even gonna say that, but it's something about like something about the history of the car is not being presented properly. Okay. Now, somebody could have something going on with the car. Maybe that's why I'm picking up on that. But that's more so about the example. It's like this person does have tangible things, but how they got the tangible things could be questionable. Or um, they may have resources, but, and they may like know a lot of people, or they could have a large network, but it's like this, the status that they may have in the community is not exactly what you think, or they're like more of a gopher. I don't know. Man, I hate that I'm picking up on, it's almost like I low-key want to diss this person, but I don't have the proof. You get what I'm saying? So it's like there's something tangible that you can see about someone, but they're trying to cloud your judgment with a certain level of affection to make you kind of like not be fully aware or as astute as you would be in any other situation. Meanwhile, they're like a small fry. They're a small fry in a certain situation. Um, they could be linked to something, a business, a network, an organization, a group, or something that does have affluence, but they don't have direct access to it. And they're trying to present themselves as like bigger than what they actually are, which I feel like is super dangerous, because whatever it is that they're trying to do as far as like being affectionate and making it seem like, oh, I'm such a, I don't know if like they're trying to act like they're more loving than they are because they see you as being loving, and they see like that's the way that they have to respond or interact with you to get you to do something that they want. But it's about like changing your perception of something so that you are blindfolded or blind to something, that you fall in some type of illusion. Okay, so there's like a need for you to stay grounded and not like, it's nice, to exchange pleasantries with people, whatever, especially people who may be showing you a certain level of interest, but there's something about the future that they are faking. Okay, this person literally could be, and even me saying that, future faking is a big thing. That's a big characteristic that a narcissist would use as a tactic to kind of get closer to someone. Trying to present themselves as one thing when they have other intentions. Hmm. And maybe that's why I keep picking up on somebody with a child, because if say, okay, worst case scenario, this person isn't who they say they are, right? We're just going to play devil's advocate for a second, and then I'm going to do the other end of it. So on one end, if this person is the worst case scenario and they actually are someone who is essentially looking for a caretaker, okay, that is what I'm picking up on. Somebody looking for a caretaker for their child, and they could be employing like different tactics in the form of like affection to kind of get you in that mode. I don't know, in mommy mode, uh daddy mode, whatever. It's like they're trying to like butter you up in a certain way so that you can kind of like they can latch themselves on to you. And it's weird that they're using their kid. Their kid is not the only issue. It's more so about like it's also about them having you in general or something. But like it's just something about you being available to them, like them having access to you for your actual self. Like not your resources, but more so like using you for, I mean, yeah, I guess like your emotional resources. It may not be money, but it may be like, or I mean, it could be, again, it depends on like divine feminine, divine masculine, whatever. Like it depends on like what role you are. But it's more so like this person trying to use you or to gauge like how gullible you are to go with something so that they can get you in a certain position. And for a lot of you, that may be marrying you because they know that's how they'll be able to get the ultimate output from you. Is like, if I trap this person, oh, this person could also be trying to trap you for a child. Okay, so that could be another scenario as well. Like somebody could be trying to trap you just for the sake of like, you being their husband or wife or whatever, something like that. Ultimately, it's to extract. Okay, so even if it's not about marriage, it's like wanting to bind themselves to you so that they can extract resources of some kind from you. And they're making it look different. I think if they would present themselves in the way that you have been used to or maybe have had in the past, like you would be immediately repulsed, and they know that somehow, subconsciously, somehow they know that. Now, again, we don't deal with like flesh and blood. We deal with principalities and what's the names of in high places and shit, right? So just knowing that they're, and didn't I say something about like either a night before yesterday? Was it yesterday or the day before that? I said something about somebody is like an open vessel. So be mindful of that as well. So this person could be not even fully aware of the fact that they are operating on two different realms, and you have to be astute enough to understand what is going on, because the play is being run right now. The play is to use affection in a certain way because you could be a very loving person, and it is an effort to kind of trap you into something that looks like a good idea. It looks like a good idea for you to marry this person. It looks like a good idea for you to be in a relationship with them or be bound in something. Okay, even if this is like work related. But um it's a no. It's a whole no. It's a whole no. And maybe it's not a no for some of you. Maybe it's something that you literally are going to have to put your foot down on certain things. Like, okay, fine, I'm going to agree to this, but I'm not doing this. No, I'm not going to have a child. Like, no, I'm not going to be this type of wife or husband, or this is what I expect in my relationships. Like, whatever it is, you need to be very clear. Even if you write this shit down before you have a conversation with them, it's like you have to be super clear. And I would start thinking about like questions to ask this person that have to do with getting to more like substantial things about them, because something about them likes to keep things kind of like surface level. But the longer you have these surface level conversations, they are able to wrap you in some shit. Like they're able to like, it's like I see oh, was it this channel or was it the old channel? Oh my god, I need my other channel. But whatever, I think there was a reading I did where I had like the a picture of a man. The thumbnail was like an angry masculine with a lasso. Okay. Now I'm not saying that this is that same person because I don't even remember that full reading, but that is the image that I'm getting. It's like this person is somehow able to use their words to like lasso you in so that you're not fully aware of like what's happening. You're not fully aware of like how they are essentially verbally trapping you and binding you to contracts that you have not, intended to be in. Um okay. All right. So back to the tangible things and then I'm going to close out. So back to the tangible things. So I said something about somebody being affluent, somebody having like resources, they're tangible, but something about them has like some type of red flag attached to it. I don't know if that's just about them and their energy or if there's something about the actual things that aren't right. But for a collective within the collective, there is something about these things um that also have to do with the binding. It's like the moment you accept anything from this person, it's almost like it's tallied. I don't know if it's them tallying or if I'm just picking up on the energetic tally of like you accepting a substantial gift or like that could be the ring, or it could be like it could be a promise ring, it could be an engagement ring, it could be a car, it could be a baby, it could be, I don't know what the thing is. For you, it's gonna be something significant, something that you know about. Whatever that is some shit attached to it. And you need to be paying attention to what that is and make even you're gonna probably have to denounce certain things in your mind. Like, okay, if I accept this, I'm accepting this because okay, this car is going to take me from point A to point B, and this is exactly what I need. I'm going to take this as a blessing from the universe, or like I don't know how you're gonna. Maybe this is just like what you're going to try to do to rationalize accepting some of these gifts, and ultimately, you shouldn't or you don't want to because you feel like something is attached to it, like there is a, I don't know. It's just something in the fine print, y'all. I'm gonna leave it at that because I'm starting to see some other shit and I don't feel like channeling right now. Um, I just feel like you're too smart to fall for some dumb shit. All right. And anything that you do, you're grown, but you definitely need to use your um, stay stay in a high vibration so that your discernment is on point. Okay. Love you. That's gonna be the message. I can't keep going with that one because something about that shit is just not right. Like what? Like how? Cause what? Hold on. It's like gifts. It's just I've never seen this type of reading before where there are gifts, but the gifts aren't really gifts. Like the intention is to like wrap you up into something. Like, what the fuck is that? And then Christmas is coming up also. Like, maybe Christmas is significant. I don't know, but it's something about like gifts, like you receiving something, and like it's clearly from somebody. Ugh, it's like somebody trying to trick on you or something. Is that how? Like, Like, I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea. Sorry. I can't get into the details. Like, the details that I have given is all I can give. Anything outside of that right now is more so for you to figure out. But be careful about accepting gifts from this person because they want to be able to um I know I said I was going to go, but it's something about me saying this last part. They want to be able to make it hard for you to detach from them for some reason. So now you have to think about, why would that be? What's up with this person that they need to do this amount of elaborate, concocting some type of elaborate plan, or mm, yeah, what's wrong with them is the question you need to be asking. What's wrong with them, or what else do they have going on? And you need to be asking the Holy Spirit to show you exactly what those things are. Okay. Pray for wisdom, pray for a higher level of discernment so that you do not get tricked into something. Because some of you, okay, last part, I swear. Some of you may need some of these things, or some of you have been wanting some of these things. Okay. So whether that be the engagement, you've been wanting to be married, somebody knows that you maybe have wanted to have a child at some point, maybe you don't want to have a child, somebody needs a car. Okay. And because you need these things, it's like almost like the devil wants you to accept these things. I don't know why I'm laughing. It's like the devil wants you to be like, ha ha ha, this is what you've been asking for. So here are the things. But there's like strings attached to it. Like, ha ha ha. If you accept, then you're accepting this bullshit. Okay. So I love you. That'll be the end of the message. I will see you tomorrow. Bye.